Before I get into this video, I want to tell you guys a story about how I was down atrocious, down catastrophic on my 20th birthday. Now, I feel like everybody on self-development, including you, has this one moment that they can look back to that marked the beginning of their self-development journey. And for me, that moment right there, my 20th birthday, was the moment that my self-development journey started. Okay, 20th birthday, March 14th, 2020. I was sitting in my car in the Walmart parking lot, and I remember reflecting on my teenage years and how quickly they had passed and how little progress I had made. You see, at the age of 20 years old, I was broke, I had no women who were into me, I didn't really have much direction in terms of my career. I knew I wanted to be a YouTuber, but I didn't really see too much traction on that. I was working at what most would consider to be a dead-end job, working retail, and I was a college dropout. Nothing looked too promising in my life at that point in time. And I remember thinking to myself, this should be impossible. It is mathematically impossible for me to not be flourishing in any area of my life whatsoever. How is it possible that I am down bad in every conceivable aspect? Okay, usually if you're broke, it's because you're spending all of your money and your time dealing with women. Or if you don't have women, it's because you're spending all of your time getting money, working, doing other things. I didn't have either. So I had to sit there and assess how I had let my life get to this point. And I realized that the reason why my life was where it was, the reason why I was the person that I was on that day, was because of my own habits. I had nobody to blame but myself and my negative, detrimental habits. Okay, and on that day, I made the decision to turn my life around, and now 2 years later, at the age of 22, I'm living pretty good. Okay, I am ahead of the curve, I would say, especially considering where I was 2 years ago. Now, how did I get to this point? I got to this point by implementing the habits that I'm going to share with you in this video. Okay, one of my favorite quotes of all time is by Aristotle, and it goes, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit." That quote resonates with me because one thing that I've learned in these last 2 years is that youth is your greatest asset. Okay, youth is your greatest asset because when you're young, you have the power of compounding interest in terms of investing in yourself. When you invest in yourself at a young age, when you deposit small amounts of effort over time, you will see significant results as time goes on. Like I said, I started my self-development journey on my 20th birthday, and now at the age of 22, I'm up. Okay, I'm up in pretty much every aspect of my life. So if I can do it, you can do it. And like I said earlier, I want to share with you the habits that I personally implemented into my life to boss up. Okay, if you're watching this video, I'm going to assume that you're in your 20s. And whether you're 20 years old or 29 years old, or even if you're a teenager and you're looking to get a head start, these habits will help you implement this compounding effect into your life. And that is what will allow you to boss up in ways that you never thought imaginable. Okay, that mountain looks very, very high because it is. But when you take it one step at a time, you'd be surprised at the amount of progress that you can make. Now, with that being said, the first thing that I personally did to boss up my life in just 2 years at that is taking care of my skin. Now, I know it sounds like a completely minuscule, trivial thing to do, to focus on when it comes to self-development. But you have to understand that this is a great example of how depositing small amounts of effort over time can really, really change the way that you present yourself to the world. Okay, it can really help you elevate yourself in ways that you never saw possible for yourself. Now, I understand that skincare can be intimidating for a lot of men. It was definitely intimidating for me when I started. But luckily for you, I have a solution, and that brings me to Tiege Hanley, the sponsor of today's video. Tiege Hanley has helped me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Honestly, it's the best skincare system for guys like you and me. I recommend that you start with their level 1 skincare system that comes with all of the basics. A daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin. A 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of dead skin cells. An AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. and a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My favorite part about Tiege Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you what order to use the products in, how much of each product to use, and when to use each product, which makes the whole process very, very simple and uncomplicated for you. Their products have helped my skin look and feel better, but you don't just have to take my word for it. They have over 5,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers from around the world. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, the ability to customize your own box, exclusive monthly deals, the ability to pause or cancel at any time, and free US shipping and low-cost shipping to most other countries. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring this video, they're offering my viewers, which is you guys, an amazing deal. So click the first link in the description or in the pinned comment and get 30% off your first box and a free gift. Okay, that is an absolutely amazing deal. So click the link and get started today. Now, right along with taking good care of your skin, the next habit that you can implement, that I personally implemented into my life to elevate myself, was working out. Now, before that, I had worked out on and off. I would be in the gym maybe 3 times a week for a month or 2, and then I'd kind of fall off. But once I realized how down bad I was, I realized that I needed to take control of the things that I could take control of. And the easiest thing to take control of from where you are right now is your health. Okay, from wherever you are. I don't care what you're dealing with in your life in terms of your relationships. If you're broke, doesn't matter. There is no excuse to not take care of your health. Okay, so at this point in time, I began working out 4 times per week. Okay, I had these legendary garage quarantine workouts that I would pay a lot of money to go back and film for you guys, because these workouts were some of the most intense workouts that I ever had in my entire life. And not only did that allow me to get in better shape, look better and feel better physically, but it allowed me to build up a lot of mental fortitude and to get in the habit, okay, the habit of improving myself multiple times a week. Okay, you see, the thing about these habits that I'm listing off is that these are things that you're going to do on a regular basis, and that is why they are habits. They become a part of your routine. They become so habitual that you stop thinking about them. You forget that other people don't do these things. When you go to the gym multiple times a week for a year or 2 years or 3 years, you forget that other people don't go to the gym. When you're taking care of your skin every single day, you're washing your face, moisturizing, doing the things that other people are not willing to do, doing the things that your previous self was not willing to do. You forget that there are people who are not doing the things that you're doing because it seems normal to you. That's how you know that you've leveled up. Now, with that being said, the next thing that you can do to level up your life, and this is very important, is to read books. Okay, you are young right now. You are as young as you'll ever be for the rest of your life. You are only getting older, which is why you need to take advantage of this present moment to invest in yourself and get some books that will give you insight on life. You see, a lot of people ask me how I know so much, how I have so much insight on life at such a young age. But the thing is, when you get so caught up on age, you forget that other people share their experiences and you can absorb the information that they've acquired through their life experiences and implement it into your own life. Okay, and reading is a very good way of doing that. Reading enables you to transcend your physical age and be in a place where not only can you be intelligent and articulate and insightful, but you can also be more aware of the things that you read about in these books when they occur to you in your life. Okay, I think a big misconception about reading is that you have to actively apply everything that you read as you read it. And that's not true. Okay, that's actually a very inefficient way to go about acquiring information. The most efficient way to acquire information is to simply read the book, okay, and whether you understand it or not doesn't matter. Read the book, and the information will be stored in your subconscious mind. It will lie dormant until a situation calls for you to utilize that information. And once you are able to actively apply it in that way, in a subconscious way, that is when you apply the lesson in the most profound and impactful way. This is why I like to reread books. I think it's very healthy, very powerful to revisit books that you've read in the past. Because a lot of times, what you'll see is that The things that you read about in that book, you've actively applied into your life without even realizing it. Okay, and they might have been concepts that you didn't even understand while you were reading the book, but over time you put the pieces together in the back of your mind. Okay, so it's very important that you take advantage of that compounding effect and start as early as you possibly can.